we got the first news video in quite a while, and it starts with the news of one half of the Lucha Brothers and Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions Rey Fenix vacating multiple titles down in AAA due to his inability to be able to compete at the events. And the fact of the matter is, honestly, it's really weird with there not being any audio whatsoever. Oh, you know why there's no audio? It's because my headphones aren't plugged in. But I'll deal with that after. I'll deal with that in a minute. Uh, um, but Rey Fenix vacated multiple championships from his cabinet down in Mexico because of his inability to compete at Triple Mania. The titles he vacated were the Latin American Championship and the Cruiserweight Championship. AAA expected that Rey Fenix would compete at the upcoming event to drop one of the championships, but due to previous obligations with Ring of Honor, as Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion with his brother, it seems as though that will not take place, and that is the reason why Rey Fenix had to decide to drop the AAA Latin American Championship and the Cruiserweight Championship. So at Triple Mania, instead of Rey Fenix defending the titles, we will have two new champions crowned at the upcoming Triple Mania event. And speaking of upcoming events, on July the 31st, on Peacock, WWE will premiere the American Nightmare documentary on July 31st, highlighting Cody Rhodes and highlighting what Cody Rhodes has done outside since he returned to WWE, while he was gone from WWE, and while he was in WWE. Basically, in a long-winded way, WWE will be highlighting the career of the American Nightmare. And also, the surprising factor that I don't think anybody expected is that in the documentary, WWE has gotten footage from BTE, so that means that WWE will actually have the opportunity to show off footage from the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega's Being the Elite YouTube series from when Cody Rhodes was on the series as a member of the Elite, which is surprising because that actually is showing WWE working with the Elite. And, you know, it's not WWE working with, it isn't WWE working with AEW, it's WWE working with the Elite, because I do believe the Elite own the Being the Elite series, not AEW and Tony Khan, because honestly, I don't think Tony Khan would have allowed it, but according to Cody Rhodes, the Elite and Cody are still on great terms, even after Cody left AEW for WWE. Speaking of new things and being on good terms, Dominic Mysterio finally holds a singles championship in WWE, as Dom Mysterio is the North American champion and was the one to finally defeat Wes Lee and end the historic North American championship reign of the reigning, defending, undisputed North American champion Wes Lee this past week on NXT, giving the Judgment Day another championship belt for their troubles and the proper opportunity for WWE to spotlight one of the hottest heels of this decade in Dominic Mysterio, as Dom gets reactions on WWE programming that nobody else does, and this would 100% establish someone as a top-flight babyface whenever it is that they can defeat Dom Mysterio for the North American Championship. But now with the possibility of Dom being a champion in NXT and WWE giving a championship to Damian Priest or Finn Balor, the domination of the Judgment Day will not subside. It will continue for the foreseeable future. But now this opens up the question, should the Judgment Day add another member? Because then that would give them the opportunity to have Damian Priest compete against Seth Rollins, and Balor and the other member compete in the tag team division against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the tag team titles, I think that is something that is worth considering, but it is also something that I don't think is necessary. It is only necessary depending on how long WWE wants to keep the Judgment Day as a faction and a dominant force, which from recent reports, it seems like the Judgment Day ain't going anywhere anytime soon, and WWE is going to keep it that way because WWE wants a heel faction to replace the Bloodline. With that being said, though, I don't know what the future holds for the Judgment Day, but we do know that JD McDonough has been rumored as a potential member, and having JD McDonough and Finn Balor team up, having JD and Finn Balor team up would be an interesting sight and a welcome addition to a fledgling tag team division in WWE. Speaking of Priest, I don't think WWE made a mistake giving Priest the Money in the Bank. I think WWE made the right decision giving a deserving person on the roster Money in the Bank. I am not saying that Priest was the only one deserving of Money in the Bank. He was not the only one deserving of Money in the Bank. LA Knight was also deserving of Money in the Bank. But Damian Priest earned the right to put himself in there, as did LA Knight. And if WWE had the ability to give 2 shots at Money in the Bank like they used to, then I think both men would have deserved an opportunity to be Money in the Bank, to be Mr. Money in the Bank. But at this point, WWE has themselves still painted in a corner with dominant champions like Gunther and Roman Reigns still reigning supreme in their respective divisions, that I think once Gunther and Roman Reigns do not hold their respective championships anymore, it will allow WWE a little bit more flexibility in those respective divisions to give more people opportunity that they may not be getting right now, as, well, Gunther and Roman Reigns are dominating their respective divisions. So they can't get them right now because you have dominating champions in those respective divisions, and it doesn't allow for much flexibility. I'm not saying that LA Knight shouldn't have been Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank, but the fact of the matter is, there's other ways that they could have pushed LA Knight, like there's no reason why LA Knight should not be in or winning the United States Championship Invitational for an opportunity to fight Theory for the United States Championship, because, in my opinion, if what I just said is correct, where WWE would have more flexibility once Roman Reigns is not the champion anymore, then all they have to do is just keep LA Knight hot until that time comes, and having him feud with Theory would be the ideal way to do that, in my opinion. It would be the ideal way to do that, in my opinion. It's just the fact that they would need to do it, and they may not want to do it, because they may not want to put the United States title on him, and I understand that, but it's also, there's only so many opportunities, and in my opinion, maybe putting him on Raw, LA Knight, would have made more sense at this point. But that's just my opinion. We got another news video to come, and I will see you then.